Welcome back students to my channel, the IGNO Counselor. Today this video is about going to be the practicum, how your practicum is going to be conducted, and when our classes are going to happen, and how soon you have to prepare yourself for practicals. And if you are working, the people who are studying through IGNO, a lot of people are out there who are working at the same time, so it's really difficult for them to attend for these classes, which is must. The attendance for your practicum is must, and it carries 10% wage, so you have to be there in your classes if you want to secure a good percentage. You have to prepare yourself from the beginning. By the beginning I mean, for your theories. If you don't do good in your theories, then the practicals can help you to clear your subject, to clear your block. So this is going to be very easy. The practical, you just have to attend these classes, and the practicals are very easy. Okay, there are 2 sessions, as you know. The instructions and everything that you will have this type of book. You'll receive this with your study materials. Along with your study material, you receive this type of practicum book, wherein you have instructions, or you have the practicals, which practicals your study center is going uh, to perform. Okay, so there are, I think, you have to, in one MPCL, like in this subject MPCL, there is one practical, and then in the one practical for all your subjects, there is a choice. Okay, it depends upon your study center which practicals they think would be more comfortable, and would be more easy for students and for everybody else. And so when I talk about the practicals, so first of all, you have to go through this book, this practicum book, okay, which you get from the IGNO. Okay, so there are instructions, and this how you can perform practicals, and everything else, like when your practical are going to conduct. So as I said, there are 2 sessions, in the July session and the January session. So if you are from the July session, your practicals will start from the 1st to July to 14 August. Okay, which is going to be your final exam for MPCL and your practicals respect to your subjects. And then the January session, it starts from the 1st to 15th February, 1st January to 15th February. Okay, this is going to be your date. You don't actually have to remember it, because you will already receive a text message from IGNO, when you have to in the message you will be guided how where is your practical performed, and how it's going to perform. And now if we talk about the weightage of all the whole practical, how it goes, you can see here the chart which is given in the practicum book. It says the percentage in each criteria. Like in attendance, it is 10 marks, 10%. In conduction, like how your practical is going to be performed, so carries 10. And interpretation, like if how you if it was in the group, or if individually your practical was being conducted, then the results that you had that you had gone through, and that you had interpreted, are they the same with the interpretation of the center, which they have in their official books. And then there's a practicum book. The practicum book is like, as you make assignments, okay, like these sheets, this can be both side ruled sheets, or one side ruled sheet and one side would be blank. So you can use this sheet for your practical book, okay, for your practicum. And this is not actually necessary to have a particular type of sheet for this, but it's recommended to use one side blank and one side ruled sheet. So you will be conducted practicals at your study center, and you will get a message on email, on your registered email and mobile number. so you don't have to worry about it. And then I was talking about this, the practicum notebook carries another 20 marks. The rest is 30, and then practicum alone carries 20 marks. Very be careful about it. So in the whole it carries 50% of your percentage. And then the external, okay, this is your internal, which will be conducted at your study center. And then the external will be, maybe it will be conducted at your regional center, okay, perhaps it will be conducted over there. And the weightage is given over here, where in the answer sheet that you are being provided, that you have to write your answers, or you'll be given one practical out of 3 or 2, you have to answer and write about the practical. So that is about your answer sheet, which carries 20%, and the viva voice carries 20%, okay, and then the conduction carries 10% in external. So there will be this either they will be conducted at the same time, internal external, or maybe they will be conducted separately. And so this was about your practical. So this would be the practicals would be like this. So there would be like 5 practicals you have to perform, and it depends upon your study center how many practicals you have to write. And at the end you'll have these 3 pages of acknowledgement, then the certificate which you would receive from your study center if you have not attended your classes, if there was something wrong with your practicals or anything else, the behavior or anything else that was not good conduct at your study center. So the certificate, you will not receive this certificate. So you will be only genuine with this certificate, which will be given at the end of your or maybe before you submit your practicals. Your practicals being signed by you, by the HOD of the department, and then the other in charge of your practical. And this would be your details in the certificate, which will be given, and then you have to submit at the time of your external examination, and then the only external exams, and you will be given the score of the practical. So this would be the first title page or the practical book that you have to make. So this would be your first page, okay. There will be an index page where you have to write, or it's not necessary, you just have to put before this page of your practical, okay, details and signature and all this, and this would be then signed at your internal, and then that practical will go to external. So this was all about the video about the practicals, how the practicals will be conducted, how you will receive all the information, and the procedure, and the time all about is there in your practical, and then rest will be informed through your mobile number and your registered email number. Thank you very much for watching my video.